Hello, welcome back. Today let's try to solve another Leetcode problem. 1670. Design front mid back queue. So this is a design problem. It has many methods to solve this kind of a problem. One method is a doubly linked list, but I will not use that method because it will be like 200 lines of code, and it's really difficult to disconnect and connect links for a doubly linked list, and it's very easy to make mistakes. And normally I cannot finish that in half an hour in an interview. So I would rather choose the second method. So that is a double queue. So I'm going to define two queues, self.front and self.back, as my double added queue. Yeah, so I have two double added queue, and I can do all the operations for the self.front and self.back. So I will do the push middle to the self.front and also pop middle at the self.front. It means at the front queue, I will do the push middle and pop middle. And here I also need a balance function. So for the balance function is because of the description of the problem, I can have two situations. So for case 1, so for my front queue, it can be the length of 4, and for the back queue, it can be the length of 2. Why? Because for the real situation, it may be 3 and to 2. The front queue has 3 nodes, and the back queue has 2 numbers or not. Yeah, but for the front queue, it can append to the mid or append to the front. Yeah, it will be here or there, and then it is not balanced. So I need to balance. I need to take this number out to the back queue. How should I do that? I need a tag. So if the length of front queue minus the length of the back queue equals to 2, this means I have to balance. How can I balance? I just need to, from the back queue, I just need to append left to self.front.pop. I just need to pop this number out and append it to the left side of the back queue. And another case is case 2. So for the front queue, we have only 2 numbers, and the back queue has 3 numbers. Yeah. So this means, we have a situation of front queue only have 2 numbers, 1 and 2, and back queue has 3 and 4, only 2 numbers. But for the back queue operation, we can append a number to the back queue. Yeah, we can use the push back. If we use push back, we push a 5, so it means that is not balanced. Then we need to balance. How should we balance it? We just need to check if the length of self.back minus length of self.front equal to 1. That means it is not balanced. So how should we balance? We just need to use the self.front.append. So for this queue, we just need to append this 3. So how should I append the 3? Just need to use the self.back.pop left. From this 3 popped out and append to the right side of the front queue. We just need to use the append. Yeah, so for this, we finished our balance front-back function. Now, I'm going to finish other 6 APIs. Let's go one by one. So first, push front. How should we push a value to the front? So we just need to use self dot front. Yeah, so this is the front queue dot append left. Because it is the front, we just need to append to the left. Yeah, and inside it should be a value. Yeah, if we append a number to the front of the front queue, this means we have to balance it, because maybe it is not balanced. So we have to use our API self.balance front back. So this is our balance function. Actually, this has already finished for self.front, because there's only one operation. We just need to put a number to the front of this front queue. After that, maybe it's not balanced. We just need to balance that. Yeah. Now let's try the push made. Yeah, as I explained, the push made can only to the front queue. So what should we do? Yeah, we should use a self. Anyway, we should use a self.front.append this value. So this is a realistic situation. So if the front queue has 2 numbers, and the back queue also has two numbers, so we can just append append this value to the front queue. That is okay. So that is the push middle. But what if we have another situation? The front queue has two numbers, and the front queue has three numbers, and the back queue only has two numbers. Yeah, if we push back to one number, it means it's not balanced. So we have to check. So how should we check? So if self dot so how should we check? So if length of, we have to check the length. Self dot front minus length of self dot back equal to 1. So this means they are not balanced. Yeah, so this means here, if we directly append this value to the front queue, it's not balanced. So we have to check. So if the front queue minus the back queue, I mean the length, equal to 1, we have to balance that. Let me give you an example. You will understand what I'm gonna do. For example, the front queue is 1, 2, and 3, and the back queue is 4 and 5. Now, what should we do? We should first give this number to the back queue, and then append another number. Maybe another number is 6. We cannot put the 6 directly to the back queue or directly after the 3 to the front queue. Because that is not right. Because in the description, it is said if we want to use push middle, it should always be next to the front. It's not next to the end. It means we have two numbers. This number 6 should always be here. But not at the back. It should always be closer to the front. Let me check the descriptions. So let's check the push mid. So the add val to the middle of the queue. And I remembered there is a description. It is said we have to make it. Notice that when there are two made operations choices, the operation is performed on the frontmost made operation. So this means we have to take care of this operation. Now what should we do? If we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we want to append this 6 to the front. We cannot append it directly. Otherwise, we did not get the correct result. So we have to put this number to the back queue and then put this 6 to the front queue. So here, actually, this 6 has already been put to the front queue. We just need to put this 3 to the back queue. How can we do that? Just use the self dot back dot append left side and self dot front dot pop this 3. Actually, this is all the situations for push made. This is a little bit difficult than others. Do we need to use balance? Actually, we don't. Because for the situation, there's only one situation like this. If for the front queue we have two numbers like 1 and 2, and back queue we have two numbers like 2 and 3, because if we push a number to this 1 and 2, push another number, it's still okay. It's still already balanced. We don't need to do anything. We just need to operate this code. If there's another situation, it can only be like this. So what should we do? We just need to have a check like that. We don't need to use balance again, because even if we use balance, it is no use. If we use balance after this self.front.append val, we can use the self.balance, but we don't need to do that. Actually, we've already finished. Now let me go to the pushback. We just need to put the numbers self.back dot append this val. We just put this number at the back of the back queue. Now what we should do, we just need to use the balance function. Let me just copy and paste. Yeah, actually from here, we've already finished our 3 operations of the push. Now let's go to the pop. So for pop front, we have to check if the front queue is empty or not. Yeah, so we're gonna have a result will be self.front.pop left because it's pop front. It must be from the left side. So if self.front exists, otherwise we're gonna get a -1 because this is what the question said. If we didn't pop a number, it will be -1. Yeah, but if we can pop this number, actually we just gonna return the result. But before return the result, for each of the pop operation, we have to balance the queue, because if we pop out one number, it may be not balanced. Yeah, for example 1 2 3. Yeah, for example 1 2 and 2 3. If we pop front a number 1, yeah, this two and 3 is not balanced. We have to balance it. Yeah, similarly for the pop made, it's also the same. We have a result should equal to self.front.pop. Here we just need to pop because we need to pop at the right side of the front queue. If self.front exists, else -1. Then we just need to balance. After balance, we're gonna return our result. Yeah. Now let's go to the pop back. We just need to finish the last function, and then we can submit it. Now let me try to finish this pop back. So for the pop back, we have to check the front first, because we are not sure if the front queue is empty or the back queue is empty. But if the front queue is empty, the back queue must be empty, because the front queue is always bigger or equal than the back queue. So we have to check. If not self.front, what are we gonna do? We're gonna return -1 because there's no numbers to pop, because there's no numbers in the front queue. Yeah, that means in the back queue there must be no numbers. Now we're gonna have a result. Result should be equal to self.back.pop. Yeah, because we need to pop at the right side of the back queue. If it exists, if self.back, else what should we do? We should not get a -1 because we need to pop from the front queue. Because if the back queue is not exist, it means the front queue must exist. Because if it's not exist, it's already return a -1. Yeah, this means the front queue already exists. So from here it will be self.front. Yeah, and this is a pop left or pop right. Let's check. So from here, if the back is not exist, yeah, if the back is not exist, it means the front is exist, but the front should have at least one number. So can the front have two numbers? No, it cannot have two numbers. So we can use the self.front.pop or pop left. Both of them should always work. I will check the pop left later. Yeah, but now let's just balance our queue. After balance, we're gonna return the result. Yeah, basically this is the entire code. It's just like 40 lines of code. Now let me just run it to check if there are any typos or mistakes. Yeah, lucky for me it's okay. But now let's just delete some lines of comment and submit it to check if it can pass all the testing cases. Now let me just submit it to test again. Yeah, as you can see, it passed all the testing cases and it's pretty fast. And this is just like 40 lines of no more than 40 lines of code. And yeah, the method and should be very clear. We should always know how to balance a front and back queue. And this kind of a method can be applied to Many Leetcode had problems, so this idea how to balance a queue. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you think this is helpful, please like and subscribe. I will upload more Leetcode problems like this. See you next time.